Welcome back, everyone. We are Book Daddies. I am Austin,
I'm Adam.
and we have a fun video coming up for you today.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, absolutely.
Today we are going to talk about our top 5 favorite films of all time. So this is more in the writing adjacent category, right? Still focused on great storytelling, but we're going to talk about some films. And hopefully we can get Trevor to chime in here too, because his background is in film, so he's got some thoughts on this as well. Yeah.
Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and the subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Tell us what your top 5 favorite films are.
All right, starting out with my number 5, I got a movie called Chasing Mavericks. So this is objectively not the most fantastic film ever, but I love this film. So it's a surfing movie about a boy who decides that he wants to take on one of the largest waves in the world. And it's a true story about Jay Moriarty and his mentor, who I think he goes by Frosty. I don't know his real name, but he goes by Frosty. He's just this old surfing legend in Santa Cruz, California. Now, what I love about this movie is it's just a great coming-of-age story about a boy who goes against the odds, does what no one thinks is possible, and in the process just becomes a better person, a better man. But as an adult, what hits hard for me is actually not the main character, Jay. That was fun when I was growing up and I saw this film because I connected with him as a teenager. But now as I've revisited it as an adult, it's actually the mentor that I connect with more because it's a lot more about fatherhood and found fatherhood. And trauma and loss and just really, really phenomenal emotional damage.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I love this film. It's a good one. I know Trevor and I watched it together once. He thought it was all right. It's not, like I said, not the best film ever, but if you go in expecting just like a good time, it's a good time.
Nice. Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
Have you heard of it?
No, I
It's
haven't.
great.
Cool. Yeah.
It's great. What do you think,
I'll have to check
Trevor?
it out.
Isn't that the one you also show to your students every year?
I show it to my students every year because it does such a great job of teaching like the plot structure and also dynamic characters versus static characters. Yeah, it's a really good film for teaching as well. Plus, they love it. They love it because it's very like YA coded. Like it's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. My number 5 is Fantastic Mr. Fox.
All right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a long time. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I think I watched it once and I was like, this movie's weird. I don't like it. And I don't even remember if I finished it.
Is it stop motion, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
it?
stop motion. Yeah, stop motion. And it's based off a book by Roald Dahl, a children's book by Roald Dahl. But I love the movie way better than the book, actually. It's one of the few. I watched that when I was like 16, I think was the first time, with a few friends. And I just fell in love with it. I was in this weird, quirky kind of hipster stage of my life too.
Stage?
Yeah, you're right.
He's still in
I'm
this.
still in this
It's not a
hipster stage.
phase.
It's not a phase, Mom. I was listening to some like emo music the other day, and Kelly's like, "Don't like, can we not listen to this? Like, I don't want the baby listening to this." I'm like, "It's not a phase, Kelly.
It's not a phase.
This is who I am.
This is who I am."
Wait, how long is your son's hair? Is it long enough where like you could like pull it down over his eye?
Oh, it's not quite that long.
Oh,
He
that-
also has Kelly's cowlicks, so like
Oh,
it kind of
okay.
like poofs up. a
That'd be
little
so
bit.
funny if you like dressed him in all black and like paint his nails and then just like
Oh my
put his hair over. It would be like, Kelly, look.
Dude. Okay, yeah,
It's not a phase, Mom.
in a couple years, like when he's like 2 years old, that'd be hilarious. And when he's like walking around, I'm totally gonna do that.
Oh, that's so
get some
good.
some like checkerboard Vans
Yes,
or something.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
Amazing.
Hilarious.
Amazing.
Anyway, but yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's a great movie, and yeah, it is weird. It is absolutely weird, Trevor. You were totally right. I mean, it is different if you get the reference, and but it is such a fantastic movie. All of movies on my list are movies that I can get excited about watching at any time. Like somebody's like, "Hey, I want to watch this movie. You want to watch it with me?" Absolutely. And that's one of them. It's always had a special place in my heart, and it's just quirky and weird. I mean, it's Wes Anderson. You're always going to get quirky and weird with him, but yeah, just
And Roald Dahl.
yeah, Roald Dahl.
Like his stuff is sometimes kind of weird too.
Yeah, no, yeah, it
So-
absolutely is. And the
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, the BFG.
James and the Giant Peach.
I forgot that's Roald Dahl.
What do you mean? That's like one of the most iconic Roald
No, yeah,
Dahls.
well, I mean, like when I think Roald Dahl, I think the BFG.
Really?
Yeah, that's like
My
that's
mind
like-
goes for James and the Giant Peach first, and then probably Willy Wonka second.
I haven't seen James and the Giant Peach since I was a little kid.
Oh, it's so
it's
good.
so good.
So good.
Okay,
It's weird.
yeah, it is weird, but that's like the charm of it. I don't know. Right, yeah,
Great pick.
Yeah, thanks,
Trevor.
man. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight.
That almost made my list.
I think not only is it just like a staple, like classic, like phenomenal movie, but also it is a perfect example of this happens, therefore this happens, therefore this happens. And it's a constant trickle of a story where it doesn't feel like any scene in that movie is a filler scene.
Everything is
absolutely,
meaningful.
yeah.
Every single thing we see is serving the story. It's contributing to the next thing that happens. And
Not to mention that film was a cultural phenomenon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
Such a
saw
big
that
deal.
movie in the theaters, I kid you not, 18 times.
That's crazy. I think I saw it probably 5 times.
So,
and that was a lot for me. But
My I remember seeing it with some friends. I saw it with my cousin. And my parents on Sundays always had a date day because my little brothers would go to their mom's house. And so a lot of times I would either stay at home by myself or my parents would go see movies and go out and have like a date day. And they would bring me along. But if they were seeing a movie that I couldn't see or anything, like I could choose a movie and go see a movie on my own. And I remember it was at a time where I was like, I didn't want to see anything else. So I literally just kept going to The Dark Knight. And then there was one time I was sick. And I remember literally at the theater, I threw up on the way into the theater. I threw up in a garbage can, still went into the theater, and then laid down in the front row and watched the movie. And
Hell
then
yeah.
at one point when I was getting ready to leave, I stood up and went and threw up again.
That's dedication.
that is.
But
man,
like
yeah.
I saw it so many times in the theaters, and I just remember being like, this is the best movie ever. And then I remember watching it on repeat when I had the DVD of it. And then I remember I got the DVD just like normal, and then I got like a steelbook edition like later. Like I loved The Dark Knight. Like it was masterpiece storytelling when I saw it. So that's my number
Absolutely.
5.
Hot take. I like the Batman better.
I think they're different.
They are different.
I think people
Yeah.
compare them, and they're not comparative.
I agree with that sentiment. That is like
Yeah.
the perfect way to describe it because I love both those films. I do like the Batman slightly better because I think it encapsulates what Gotham should be perfectly in a film,
Mhm.
and it's not just Chicago at night. And like, I love the Nolan films, but like, please.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm not saying it's a better film, but I like that film better.
Yeah,
The
I do
Batman.
too. I love the slow burn of the Batman, the detective aspects of it. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I definitely think the Batman is way more true to
What a Batman film
What-
should be.
Right.
Batman should be.
Yeah.
And I think that the
But it's-
Batman is really good, and Robert Batmanson is a phenomenal choice.
He really is.
And I think that like I definitely think it's on par with like being the greatest Batman, but I don't know. The Dark Knight will always have like a special place, and I don't
Absolutely,
think
yeah.
they're comparable. You know,
I don't think
I
they're
agree.
comparable either. Well, and it's just like what you said. The Dark Knight, as far as like storytelling goes and cinematography, Heath Ledger's Joker, you can't top that. I mean, you maybe could, but as far as superhero films go,
My number 4 favorite movie of all time is The Martian.
really,
Is that surprising?
I don't know. I just didn't.
and you haven't read the book.
Haven't read the book.
Interesting.
That is really interesting.
And that's why
I mean, it's a good
and that's
movie.
why I was slightly disappointed with Project Hail Mary, is because I had certain expectations in my head. If you haven't watched our Project Hail Mary review, book movie comparison, go check it out. We liked the film, but I was a tiny bit disappointed because I loved The Martian. The Martian was really, really good, and it was the first like space survival film I've seen. like I don't know if there's anything quite like The Martian or like Project Hail Mary. Like a lot of sci-fi films, it's more about space exploration and like this like big picture mission about like saving humanity rather than just like surviving in space. And so The Martian was really interesting to me because it was like everything has gone wrong. It's not about like the sciencey goal of the mission anymore. It's like let's survive and also let's rescue this guy. And I was like, that's really intense. So I love The Martian. It was really, really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I loved the book of The Martian. I read that when I was out in Virginia.
Right.
And I think that The Martian, at the time I read it, I was like, this is probably the best book I've ever read. I loved it. And then when I found out they were making the movie about it, and I was really excited for it, and I was like, of course it's going to be Matt Damon. Like everything he's in is
Great.
like phenomenal.
Oh damn! I just remembered another movie that might have. You said Matt Damon, and I remembered another movie that should have been on my list. But we'll come back to it.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, oh, Good Will Hunting's a really good movie.
Oh, that's good. I'm not even thinking of that one.
But
sorry,
it's still not on my list. I like that movie.
I'm gonna add in an honorable mention, but I want Trevor to continue because I just interrupted him.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, you're good. Yeah. So I remember I read the book and was like, oh, it's phenomenal. And then when I found out Matt Damon was cast, I was like, oh, like this is going to be one of the best movies ever. I saw it and I remember thinking like, oh, that was a little disappointing. And obviously, like, there's things that they leave out of the book, and I was a little disappointed with some of that stuff. I thought it was hilarious that they had Sean Bean.
Oh yeah, they did have Sean Bean.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
They had Sean Bean in the Council of Elrond because in The Martian, their secret meeting trying to figure out what they were going to do to save him is called, like, the code word is Council of Elrond. And then in the movie, they have a moment where they're like, what is Council of Elrond? And then Sean Bean's like, it's from Lord of the Rings. They have this council.
Also, there's no way a bunch of like nerdy astronauts and astrophysicists don't know what the Lord of the Rings is.
Well, they knew.
Oh, okay.
The publicist lady didn't.
I still don't buy it.
Yeah. But
we're also biased.
No.
No. Okay. No. Everyone should know what that is.
Everyone knows what that is. If you don't know what that is,
log off now. No, I'm just kidding. Stay around. Please like, subscribe.
But you probably.
That's great. All right, Adam. You're number 4.
Okay, my number 4. I know Trevor's gonna hate this. Revenge of the Sith.
My number 2 is
whoa, number 2. We're on number 4.
or that sorry.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Trevor's hot take is not really that hot, but like warm take is that Star Wars is just
not good.
Not good.
And well,
Trevor does not like Star. Well, no, you like Star Wars, but objectively, you're like, these aren't good films.
Yeah.
He's over there nodding. I got it right.
Yeah. We talked about that on our Trevor's writing journey video. So go to check that one out. No, yeah. So Revenge of the Sith. I love that movie. I always have, like, ever since I saw it when I was 10 years old when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not like the best movie ever. Like
arguably like a terrible movie.
Yeah, arguably.
But the nostalgia is lifting a lot of the weight.
Nostalgia.
Here.
Like I think about that movie probably once a week. Like I really do.
It's your Roman Empire.
It is my Roman Empire. And I think that because of like shows like the Clone Wars, it has elevated that movie so much more.
Ooh, that's a really good point to touch on.
Yeah, because the story's about Anakin, right? And you take Matt Lautner's portrayal of Anakin in the Clone Wars, and how that elevates Anakin's character, not from this whiny kid, but from somebody who's really truly struggling with their life, with their religion, with their marriage, with their ability to become something that they know that they're capable of, but they keep getting shot down because people are doubting him or whatever else. You take all of these things into this amazing character, and then you add the tragedy of Revenge of the Sith on top of it. Like, it is truly like some of just like one of my favorite tragic stories of all time. And there's a lot of things that George Lucas doesn't really get about story creating, but he understands character very, very well. And that's something that I respect a lot about
Right.
it.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I think that's all like very valid, and I agree with a lot of what you just said. I think that um the phrase or the view that George Lucas understands character, I think beat for beat, I do think like you hit these massive like emotional like deep character things with Revenge of the Sith. It's just the way it's presented is terrible, and it's
Yeah.
so on the nose, and it's like if there was deeper um like beyond just like surface level of let me tell you a story and like force feed it to you, then maybe it wouldn't be as bad as it is.
True, but at the same time, through and through, Star Wars is meant for kids. George Lucas has always meant that. And so, like, even though it's a PG-13 movie with some really terrible things going on in it, it's still meant for kids.
I will say it's not as popular with kids as it was.
Well, it's because the prequels are what I grew up with.
Right.
Like, I have like one of my coworkers, he's a huge Star Wars fan, but every so often I'll mention something from the prequels, and he's just like, I'm not really sure what that is, and I'm just like, oh, it's like from Phantom Menace or
Right.
whatever, and he's just like, oh, I forgot about that. I really only watched this a couple times. Like, I love the OT.
Right.
I'm just like, okay, that's fair. But he's also an elder millennial, and I'm a younger millennial, and so like,
But even with like Gen Z right now, like my students,
well,
it's hard because like even just a couple years ago, I had students that were like, "Oh, I love Star Wars. Oh, cool, you have like a Star Wars mouse pad. Like, oh,
Yeah.
cool." Now,
well, it's because
kids
it's
don't-
oversaturated, dude.
Yeah, kids don't
Like,
care about Star
the
Wars.
interest for Star Wars is just
So
like
I
tanked.
think we grew up with Star Wars. Our parents grew up with Star Wars. Star Wars should grow up with us.
Yeah.
Like it should age up with us, in my opinion.
I know. I agree. And in some aspects, they've done that really well.
Oh, sure.
You
Like
take,
I've heard Andor is phenomenal.
Andor is amazing.
I haven't watched it. I've heard it's great.
Same.
No, yeah,
I haven't watched it
and
either.
so I've only watched the first season of Andor, but it is really, really amazing. Also, I haven't watched it. I just don't have Disney Plus right now. But
I got you.
the new the new Darth
The Darth Maul show just came
Maul
out.
Shadow Lords. I've seen amazing things.
It's the
about it.
highest rated Star Wars show or movie of all time.
And I'm not surprised
Live
because
action?
No, it's animated.
it's animated. So it's Sam Witwer doing the voice of Maul, like in the Clone Wars show
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and Rebels and whatnot. And it does not, from what I've seen just in like trailers and clips, it does not look like they're pulling punches like they were with Bad Batch.
Okay, so I don't know a ton about the lore behind Maul, but from he's alive, right? He survived the
Yeah.
Battle of the Fates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Duel
of the
Fates.
Fates.
Duel
yeah.
of the Fates, right?
Yeah.
So he survived
Battle of
that.
the Heroes, Duel of the Fates.
And there's like stuff happens afterwards. Like I don't know anything about that.
Dude, you
Is
gotta
this
wa-
where the show takes place?
This
Like
is like-
after Duel of the Fates.
well after Duel of Fates. This is like
Okay.
after the Clone Wars. This is like between.
Oh, he's in the Clone Wars?
Dude, you got to watch Clone Wars. It's so good.
Dude, it's so hard because there's so much Star Wars. It's the same way I feel about Marvel right now is how I feel about Star Wars.
That's
There's
fair.
Too much.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a list of like essential Maul,
Okay.
Darth Maul episodes to watch of Clone Wars. I think
Okay.
there's only like maximum 20.
You know what has made me really appreciate Maul, even though I don't know much about him, is actually Jedi Fallen Order. When you spend time on Dathomir,
Oh yeah,
like his
Mhm.
home planet,
yeah.
that's cool.
Well, what's really fun about that is that you'd be able to really appreciate Dathomir even more after watching the Maul episodes and the Dathomir episodes.
right.
Okay.
So that was your number.
That was my number 4.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn, this is gonna be a long video, Trevor.
I mean, it's
Uh,
Star Wars. There's so much to talk about with Star
Right.
Wars.
Well, it doesn't help that every single movie that gets listed here, we have like some tangent we jump off on. All right, go Trevor.
Yeah, go Trev.
My number 4 is Jojo Rabbit.
Ooh, good film. Good
I have
film.
not seen that.
Do you know
Oh.
what it is?
I don't.
Oh.
I know the film title, but I know nothing of it.
Oh, great!
Oh.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's
It's what's his name? I can never pronounce
Taika Waititi.
Oh,
Yeah. it. He directs it. He wrote, direct, and acts in it.
Yeah, he plays Hitler.
Oh, interesting.
Hitler is a child's imaginary best friend.
Huh.
Like
I quote it all the time.
he's like this kid, the main character. He's part of the Hitler Youth, right?
Yeah. So
And
it's
his
about a
imaginary
boy.
best friend is Adolf Hitler, but like
Wow.
from the perspective of like his brainwashed Nazi life.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's about a boy. It's kind of like I would say a coming of age story about a little boy in the Hitler Youth during World War II, obviously. And it kind of follows this kid Jojo, and he, like, his life goal is to be one of Hitler's personal guards. And it kind of just follows him, and then he ends up finding a Jew hiding in his attic thing, whatever.
Cupboard or
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's trying to figure out how to navigate that and all this stuff. And it kind of is like this coming of age, like awakening for him. And it's just such a beautiful story because it's the life of Nazi Germany through a child who doesn't fully understand what's going on. And there's so many moments in it that just hit so hard, and it's so powerful, and it just goes to such a deep level while also being super fun. And
it's very bright too.
yeah,
Like a lot of World
colorful.
War II films are just like
almost monochromatic.
yeah, like brown and gray and dirty, but like this film is like bright and colorful.
Huh.
So it's
I'll have to give it a watch.
almost in an unsettling way because you know you're supposed to like anything about Nazis or Hitler, you're supposed to be like that's terrible. But from a child's brainwashed perspective, it's all like very light and colorful and innocent and funny.
Wow.
And it's like okay,
But actually, that's another point to talk about with Jojo Rabbit is as it goes on, it does get it. So it starts off super bright and colorful. As the film progresses and Jojo is growing up, the world gets more and more gray toned.
Huh.
It does.
I don't know if I realized that.
It does kind of become it's not drastic, but it does kind of lose its color a little bit. And then by the end, the color kind of comes back a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great film. It has Scarlett Johansson in it.
Scarlett
as well.
Johansson, Rebel Wilson, Taika Waititi.
Rebel Wilson's in it.
Yeah, she's one of the Nazis.
Okay.
She's like,
What about
I've had 12 kids for Germany.
Oh yeah. What about the boy, Roman Griffin Davis?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Do you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what else is he in?
I don't know.
he was in the Stephen King movie The Walk.
Okay. Oh, he's in Greenland too.
The
The Long Walk.
The Long Walk.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I was like, wow.
Okay, and I haven't seen that one yet. Jojo Rabbit. Okay, so he's in some pretty big stuff. I'm not super familiar with him, but he's a great actor. So
And what's the one guy's name? Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell's in it.
Oh, okay.
Sam Rockwell
Spook?
is amazing.
there we go.
I could see
Back
that.
when we were doing like a fan cast for Mistborn, we were
Yeah.
like, we don't know young actors, but like this kid can play Spook.
Yeah, you could.
I don't want to go into spoilers, and so like,
Yeah, don't. I want to watch it.
but you 100% need to watch Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, great
it
film.
is phenomenal, and I quote it all the time. So every time you hear me going, "Let's grab a book and go," libraries are dumb. That's me quoting Jojo Rabbit.
That's hilarious.
Hitler says that.
Pretty much all of the movies that I have too, I quote like all the time, and some of my movies are more obscure, and so like people are like, don't get it.
Shall we move on?
Shall we? Yes, we shall.
All right. Number 3, Interstellar.
I was wondering if that was going to make someone's list.
It's on my list, and
I knew it was going to end up on your list,
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna even.
Interstellar is great,
I've only seen it once, but it's really good.
and that might be enough. You don't have to watch it again necessarily,
Yeah.
just because like it's a long film.
It
It's
is.
kind of a mind-bending, confusing film.
It is. I missed the
is-
theatrical release. I think I was on my mission
Oh,
when it came out.
I saw it, but I like walked into the theater late. I walked in as they were like taking off in the spaceship. I missed that whole big.
Bruh.
Yeah, I
Whoa,
missed like
dude.
a lot, dude. I don't know what was going on. I think I walked into the wrong theater. Like we were like on time to the movie, but then we walked in. I was like, and I had no idea. I was like, oh, they're taking off. I guess we're like only a couple minutes late.
No, dude, that's like forever.
It's
in
like
there.
I think it's like 30
20
minutes.
to 30
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
into
yeah.
the
At
movie.
So I'm
least.
pretty sure I walked into the wrong showing.
Oh my gosh.
I liked the movie. I liked it. The second time I liked it more because I watched it fully.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one scene in particular, especially as I've grown up and become a father, that hits with me, and it's also like an overly memed scene, right? But it's when they come back from Miller's planet, and he looks at all these video logs that he has from his children, and he realizes he just missed their entire life, and his daughter is the same age that he is when he left, and he just bawls, and like I'm even getting like a little chills
I
right
just got
now,
chills, bro.
like thinking about it as a parent. Like it's heartbreaking, it's so emotional, and ultimately, this is not a story about like the future of humanity. It's a story about like him and his daughter, and ultimately that's where it ends up at the very end. Is like he's spoiler alert. Right.
It's been out
it's
for a
been
few
a while,
years,
but spoiler alert, like in the end he does get to see his daughter again, but she's like an old woman.
Right.
But then there's some healing that's been done on both sides, where for a while she resented him for leaving her, but then realized that like he was kind of there all along
because he was her ghost.
Or he was her ghost pulling the strings, kind of literally. There's like those weird, yeah, great film. Love it. I haven't watched it in years, but I've only seen it maybe like 4 or 5 times, and I think about it all the time. And that also was like a cultural phenomenon. That was something I was wishing Project Hail Mary would have been, was something like Interstellar.
Well, that's because people were saying it's the Interstellar.
It's the new Interstellar, right?
Yeah,
but but that also speaks to the fact that they were wanting to compare Project Hail Mary to Interstellar speaks to how great Interstellar actually is. It's such a phenomenal film. That's my favorite Christopher Nolan film.
It speaks to it, but it's a disservice to it as well.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, love that film.
Cool. Yeah, I need to watch it again. But
how many movies are the whole movie is an expedition to get Matt Damon home?
Are you
at least 2?
Yeah.
So we know Interstellar.
Yeah.
We know Saving Private Ryan.
3. You're right.
The Martian.
Arguably
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey, right? Coming out. Yeah.
Arguably, the Bourne movies.
Yeah.
In a way.
Which is like 3-4 movies.
Yeah. Well, they did one other one just called Jason Bourne. It was okay. But the first 3, Bourne
Identity, Bourne
Supremacy.
Legacy, and Bourne Supremacy.
No.
Legacy has
with
someone
Jeremy
else.
Renner.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ultimatum.
Yeah.
Ultimato.
Old Tomato.
Old Tomato. Like are about him just wanting to have a normal life, kind of thing. That's a stretch, but they're worth mentioning. I love those films.
Not honorable mentions.
Well, they're not on my list, but they're great movies.
I promise Matt Damon will come up again in this video before we're done.
Do you have another Matt Damon film?
No, but I do have an honorable mention I'll save for the end.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, we ready for my number 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, my number 3 is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Never seen it.
Fantastic film, dude. I quote that movie probably 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah, it is so good. It's got George Clooney in it. Nobody knew George Clooney could be funny until that movie, and because he was always in like serious stuff before, and just great storytelling. It's for those of you who haven't seen it, because I realize it's more of a niche film. It's about 3 escaped convicts during it was like during Jim Crow, because it's not quite slavery.
Okay.
Right? Does that sound right?
It's the Deep South.
Yeah, Deep South. And so these 3 escaped convicts who are on a chain gang, and they're trying to make their fortune. And it's this chasing this fortune of that they hear about from this prophecy from this blind guy. And
I'm just thinking of all the scenes, and I'm just playing them out, and I'm just laughing.
I know, I'm just like, man, what are you laughing about over there?
Anyway, it's just this huge misadventure, really, of them like trying to figure this out and like trying to find this fortune, and
they're kind of idiots.
Yeah, they are all kind of idiots.
Okay.
But so brilliantly written.
Okay.
So funny. They're like every single line in there is just like a perfect one-liner of just like things, like weird things that people say, and oh man, I don't want to spoil any of it for you because it's so good.
What we ought to do is going forward for the foreseeable future, anytime we're hanging out outside of Book Daddies and we're gonna like watch a movie, we should just do it from this list.
Okay.
Fun fact about Oh Brother Where Art Thou? That was the first movie in history to ever be digitally color graded.
Really? I
Oh,
didn't know
wow.
that.
It was shot on film.
It's a Coen Brothers movie, just by the way, too.
What other films have they done? I don't know them.
The Big
Big
Lebowski
Lebowski.
is probably his most popular. Raising Arizona. Have you seen Raising
Yeah.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Phenomenal film.
Nick Cage?
Nick
Yeah.
Cage. Yeah.
Okay.
One of my
I think I've seen it.
easily my favorite Nick Cage movie. Hilarious. Pretty much anything that. What's that guy's name? The big one.
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. Pretty much anything that John Goodman's in. Pretty much any Coen Brothers movie John Goodman is in.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing
Is that
John,
Fred Flintstone?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
Not a Coen Brothers movie.
No, but that's a John Goodman movie.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Oh Brother Where Art Thou? My older brother Brandon loved that movie.
So
And then
good.
I remember studying it when I was in school because I didn't like it. When Brandon showed it to me the first time when I was young, I was
Mhm.
like, I don't like this. Like, it's too dry.
No, yeah, well, yeah. When I first watched it when I was young, I didn't really get it either. It was on like my parents were watching it, and I was watching. It. I was like, I don't really
And
get
then
it, but
when I was studying it, I got a new respect for it,
Mhm.
and that's where I learned that it was the first film to ever be digitally color graded. It was shot on film, so they scanned it and put it in the computer, digitally color graded it, and then put it back out onto film, so that it could be watched. But it was a whole process for them to try and do that. But if you've seen it, you would know because everything is so yellow.
yeah.
But they
really-
shot
does.
it and everything was so vibrant and green because it was the middle of summer in the deep south.
Yeah.
Everything was very lush and green. But it's very yellow
Yeah.
and dry, except for the river scene, obviously, which is very non-dry.
Yeah, I get it. Last thing I want to say about this.
I don't get it.
Last thing I want to say about this: best movie soundtrack ever.
Wow.
In my, I love that.
That is a take.
I listen to that soundtrack at least once a year for like a week in a row, just like over and over and over again. I love because it's a bunch of old like kind of like folk gospel kind of music.
Okay.
And kind of bluegrassy kind of thing.
Okay.
I love folk and bluegrass.
Yeah.
I am a man of constant sorrow.
Yeah. You know that's not George Clooney singing.
Yeah.
Like the behind the scenes of that is so funny. They like try to have him sing, and then like literally 30 seconds in, they're like, yeah, never mind.
That's
Um,
funny.
But yeah, such a good soundtrack though too. I love that soundtrack.
We're going to get a copyright strike because I
Well,
just sang that song.
Maybe.
All right, your turn, Trev.
Oh, what are we on?
I think you can have up to like 7 seconds. of
That
a
was your
song.
third one, right?
Yeah, but also
Number 3.
Also, since it wasn't the original song, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay because covers are different.
We're on our
3.
3. Okay. I really want to include all 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
Okay, I do too.
But I know they're 3 movies.
But they okay. Here's my argument for that because I was gonna do the same thing actually for one of my spots. They were filmed the way that they were written as one, so I count it as one. That's what I was gonna do.
Nah.
But if it was ruled out, then I do have my number 1 pick for the 3.
Pick one, Trevor.
The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Two Towers, Returning the King.
God damn it.
Amazing.
So that was your number 3, number 2, and number 1 spot.
No.
You're done.
No. Because I still have so there's Lord of the Rings and I still have 2 more.
Which Lord of the Rings? I'm making you pick.
How do you even pick that? Like you can't separate them.
Yes, you can.
Return of the King, probably.
It's a solid choice.
There's no wrong choice here. That's a great choice.
Yeah.
I probably would have picked the same one.
I'm between that one and another one. I still haven't decided in my mind, but I'm gonna have to because it's my number 2 spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want it to be higher on my list.
Mhm.
And honestly, like these don't fall in this order. Like this
Mhm.
isn't in any particular order. And I need to preface that because people will give me shit for my next pick.
They're
Um,
like, that's not better than Return of the
yeah,
King.
yeah, exactly. But I do think like I didn't read the books for a really long time. I read them
Mhm.
for the first time this year.
Mhm.
And I think that it is like I said in my writing journey video, you know, it's kind of what set me on the course to want to be a storyteller.
Yeah.
But Return of the King, man, it has so many moments. I know people make fun of it for having like 15,000 endings.
You know, I didn't really like pay attention to the multiple epilogues kind of thing until I watched it for the first time with a friend from Chile, and he had never seen it before, and we went to like a movie theater marathon, and he's like, I liked it, but I didn't care for all like the fake endings is what he called them, and I'm like, I never thought about it that way. I liked them,
Because it like ends.
and
And then it kind of
ends.
keeps going. It ends
Yeah,
again.
but I mean, like, there's so many like storylines to kind of wrap
Yeah.
up
Right.
and stuff like that. So, like, you know, kind of need multiple epilogues.
Well, and in the book, like it ends with this character, but
and it goes to a different POV kind
yeah,
of thing.
because it's like we wrap up this character, but
Right.
the hobbits still haven't made it home yet.
right.
So they're still on their way home.
Well, and then not to mention in the books, there's like the whole battle for the Shire too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't read the books.
Oh, dude.
Spoiler alert,
Yeah.
the very end.
Battle for the Shire.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
orcs make it to the Shire.
What?
Yeah, and then there's a battle there too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm planning on reading them. Jeez, I want to say this year, but we have so much
Yeah, I
for
know.
book daddies. Anyway, good pick. Good pick. All right. Okay. Oh. Do you think you could guess what my number 2 is? Trevor?
I don't know.
You won't be surprised once I say it out loud.
Yeah. What is it?
It is Eurovision Song Contest, the story
Really?
of Fire Saga.
Dude,
Oh
I'm
my
surprised that's on there, but
I
like
watched that.
so much respect for it being on there, dude.
Because it's like, go ahead. What were you saying?
I watched that for the first time during paternity leave.
Really?
Yeah, because my manager Brittany, shout out Brittany, she loves Will Ferrell films.
Okay.
They're like her favorite thing.
Yeah.
And she quotes them all the time. I mean,
Right.
like that's like how we communicate is like memes and movie quotes anyway. But she kept quoting Eurovision to me, like, and I was like, I haven't seen it.
Okay,
it.
for
And she's like, hey, paternity leave homework.
Yeah.
You have to watch
That's
Eurovision.
great. For
Phenomenal
for
film.
those who don't know, it's very much in the same vein as like Nacho Libre or things like that, where it's like it's a non-serious film. Like
No, yeah, it's very
it's
nonsensical.
it's super nonsensical.
Like a Volvo, not turning any heads.
yeah. But it also just like it literally makes me cry every single time.
Really?
It does.
That's so funny.
Like I think it's a beautiful story just about like not giving up and like overcoming odds even when everybody else believes you should fail. They like still do the most amazing thing. And the song at the end when she gets up there and sings that song at
It
the
is
end,
really
it
good.
like not only it's a beautiful song
Mhm.
in the Spjorg note.
I listened to it on my drive home yesterday.
It hits me every time, and just like her love for her home country, she sings in Icelandic, and I just like cry every time. I'm like, you did it!
So true.
That's so
it's
funny.
so good.
That's so funny. Dude.
Oh
man.
And the other day, we were quoting. Who was quoting it? Was I with you?
Yeah,
It's like,
it was.
hey, be a cool guy. Be a cool guy.
Yeah. We were.
Like-
it was you, me, and Sarah.
Come on, be a cool guy. No, it's so good.
That's so funny. That's so funny. That's your number one or number
Number
two.
two,
spot.
yeah.
That's so good.
That's a film where I'm like, I'm down to watch that film anytime.
Yeah.
Like I've watched it probably like 15, 16 times
Oh
at this point because like if we're like, what should we watch? Eurovision. From watching that film, I also learned that film is what introduced me to the fact that Eurovision Song Contest is an actual thing.
Oh,
I
you
didn't know
Oh,
that.
that's
And then I
funny.
learned like that's how like ABBA became famous is they
Oh, yeah.
won Eurovision.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the year it was canceled for COVID was
Mhm.
when that came out. So it was like
Oh,
it
really?
replaced
I
the
didn't.
actual Eurovision Song Contest for that year.
That's really funny.
Yeah. And this isn't like a hot take, but I really want them to make a sequel. Like, I think it'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great film. Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams is great in anything she's in.
It's true. Including
Sandhelp was good.
even The Notebook. You know, speaking of The Notebook, really
Time
quick,
Traveler's Wife. Oh, that's a good one.
I actually really like The Notebook movie.
I do too.
Like,
I love it.
yeah,
Also, phenomenal marketing. Like
yeah.
the fact that when people were buying tickets to The Notebook, they were giving out, like, with purchase of a ticket, they were giving you a little thing of Kleenexes,
Oh, really?
That's great.
planting the subliminal, like, you're gonna need these.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
that
so
is
funny.
brilliant marketing.
That's also the first Ryan Gosling film I saw, and I was like, oh man, that's the guy.
That's
Like,
the guy.
He's like probably been like in my like top 5 man crushes of all time.
It was shot in reverse.
Really?
Yeah.
So they like shot him with a beard first, and then
Yeah,
he shaved.
so everything
makes
towards
sense.
the end, their chemistry and everything, that was when they were more like first meeting and getting to know each other and everything.
That's really interesting.
When their chemistry is super crazy and like they're super young and in love,
Yeah.
it was towards the end of filming.
I
Huh.
see. No, that's a good film.
It is.
That's not on our list. Wait, why'd that come up?
because we were talking about Rachel
Rachel
McAdams.
McAdams.
Oh,
she's
right.
good
No,
in.
And then
that's
plus,
a good one.
Plus, also we had already mentioned Project Hail Mary, so there's a connection there.
True. All right.
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
All right, Lord of the Rings.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I was between Return of the King. I was between that one and the one that I chose, and it's just because I have so many fond memories of this one in particular. The Two Towers. Yeah. No, I loved The Two Towers. So and I still love it. It's just got so many great scenes in it. The whole battle at Helm's Deep is like so intense and so emotional,
Mhm.
and yeah, I mean, like Gandalf's appearance, like right at the very end, and he comes
God
in and
damn it,
saves
I'm gonna read Lord of
save
the Rings this
day,
year,
and
like-
it's just so
Hell
good.
yeah,
And
brother.
one of the reasons why it's my favorite, though, in nostalgia reasons, is so when those came out, I mean, they were PG-13. My best friend Steve, he was not allowed to watch PG-13 movies until he was 13, but they made an exception for these movies if you read the books first.
Okay.
And so right when they decided to make that rule, Two Towers was just about to come out. So he skipped Fellowship and read Two Towers because he wanted to watch it in theaters. And so we
Wait, so he hadn't read the book, hadn't seen Fellowship,
right.
and just read Two Towers.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because he just wanted to be a part of it, And so he read it and watched it, and like
He's like, "What's a Hobbit?"
yeah. Well, he knew what like a Hobbit
Okay.
was. Like anyway, and so we watched that movie, and then he went back later and read Fellowship and Return of the King so that he could watch the other ones. But he just loved that movie so much, and then he loved it more than Fellowship because it like the pacing was just faster than Fellowship, and he's super ADHD too, so pacing's important. And then for similar reasons he liked it more than Return of the King because Return of the King is so long,
Mhm.
but also because the Helm's Deep battle is so iconic,
Yeah.
and that's like his favorite battle scene of all time. I actually don't know if that's still true, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that it is. And he also just loves the chemistry between Legolas and Gimli between those two movies. And so like anytime we got together to watch a movie, it was almost always Two Towers.
Mhm.
And we would just like watch it over and over and over
Dang.
again. And so I've probably seen Two Towers specifically more than the rest of the trilogy.
That's so funny.
and it's just got good memories attached to it. So,
That's awesome.
but also like, yeah, just good filming, good character work. And it's Lord of the Rings. You can't go wrong.
It's a great pick.
Twooey.
Wooey. Whoever, what's your number one?
No, number 2.
Number two. Pick number 2, my lord. Number 2 is Top Gun Maverick.
Really?
Good
Okay.
pick.
I haven't seen it.
Not surprised you picked that. You haven't seen it?
I've only seen Top Gun. I've not
Okay, well,
seen the second.
hot take. The original Top Gun sucks. Dude.
Well, yeah, dude. I watched it.
It's terrible.
And I finished it, but I was like, is this movie ever going to end?
Dude, it's like I can see at the time it's like, oh, like that's really cool, like aerial stuff you got going on. Like,
sure, yeah. No,
but
yeah,
like,
those scenes were like
but
fun.
like story wise, I'm like, what story? Okay, like that movie sucks. Second one though, go ahead, Trevor.
Yeah, so Top Gun Maverick is one of those movies that I feel like I could watch anytime. The reason why I feel like it's so like special and iconic for me is I feel like it saved cinema. Like COVID was absolutely killing movie theaters. And then Top Gun Maverick came out, and I feel like that was what brought people back. And I think when you think of like the history of movies and like you kind of play out like this cinematic montage of all the great movies in history, you know, there's iconic moments that stick out. And I think Top Gun Maverick is one of those where I feel like it has a place in cinema history. The cinematography is phenomenal. It feels intimate and like there's an emotional story there. It's about relationships and teamwork and coming together and like building on each other and relying on each other and being a part of something bigger than yourself. And I just think it's a really good movie. It's a fun movie. It's a good popcorn movie of like you can literally watch it anytime. And I love it.
It's also the last movie in recent memory for me that actually made my jaw drop in the theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, towards the end when they're actually doing the mission, like there's a point where I was like, "Holy cow!" Like I can't believe that just happened. No, it's a great film. Trevor loves this film so much that there'd be times where I'd be like, "Trevor, just come on, drive down to my house, let's hang out." And be like, "No, I can't. I'm busy." And I'd be like, "I'm putting on Top Gun Maverick," and he'd be like, "Oh, I shouldn't," but.
Like a little kid. That's so funny.
I do really love that movie. Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
also understand it's not winning any like major awards for storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is what it is. But I do think that it truly is, for what it is, phenomenal. And
I
it's
agree.
so well done.
I agree. You got to watch it. We'll watch it together.
Yeah.
We'll all watch it.
It's going to be on the list.
Yeah.
All right. My number one movie on this list.
Do we want to do honorable mentions and then reveal our...
Sure. Yeah. My honorable mention is We Bought a Zoo.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I love We Bought a
I
Zoo.
haven't seen it either.
Oh my gosh. It's Matt Damon, guys.
Bringing animals home.
It's also based on a true story. This guy, I can't remember exactly the motives for like why they needed to move. Basically, they're trying to find a home for like him and his kids. He's a single dad, and he finds this really beautiful home with big property, and it's like super low cost. And like, okay, like what's the catch? Like, is this too good to be true? And the realtor's like, well, it's a zoo. And he's like, what? And like, if you buy the house, you have to own the zoo, and so he had to like maintain and operate this zoo.
Wow.
Which is a true story. Like this actually happened. This guy like bought this home and operated the zoo, and they're like in danger of shutting down, and these animals were gonna get sent off to like I don't know, terrible places. I don't know, but basically he wanted to like protect these animals and also like raise his kids in a way where they're like learning to like work hard, and I don't know, it's just like a really fun film. And there's like an iconic line where it's like all it takes is 10 seconds of bravery to do something hard, right? It doesn't matter if I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, doesn't matter like how scared you are. All it takes is 10 seconds of bravery to start something. And I think about that all the time when it's like, there's something I'm scared to do or don't want to do. It's like, okay, it's like 10 seconds of motivation, 10 seconds of bravery, and I can do this. It's a great film. I can't believe you guys haven't seen it. You would really like this film, Trevor. I feel like it's right up your alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you like Jojo Rabbit. They're not similar at all, but like sentiment wise,
yeah,
kind of.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
it makes me feel very
I'll have to
similar.
watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
Add it to the list.
Yeah. It's on the list. So that was my honorable mention. You got any honorable mentions?
Sure, yeah. I wanted to try and work in a horror movie into my list, but I didn't feel, I don't know why, I just didn't want to. But my honorable mention is a horror film. It is The Boogeyman, based off of
Boogeyman.
Stephen King's short story by the same name. The
Okay.
one that came out, specifically the one that came out in 2023. No, I'm very desensitized to horror as much as I love it
Mhm.
because I watch and read so much of it. I just
Mhm.
consume so much horror. So for a movie to scare me, to like make me feel the suspense, or a book or whatever, is a lot rarer. So when I find a gem like that,
Yeah.
it's really special to me.
Okay.
And because recent horror doesn't do that very well, because everything's so dependent on cheap jump scares, like for a modern horror film, it did it so well. The suspense, like my hands were sweating while watching
Right.
this movie. Plus the monster design for the actual boogeyman itself. Oh my God.
Dang.
So good. Now, I think one of the main reasons why this didn't make the list is because some of the acting in it isn't like my super favorite, and it's kind of like it's a little bit cliche.
Yeah.
But it's still super well done. It also has, I can't remember her name, but I know you like her. The that girl from Yellow Jackets, the kind of like
Which one?
the kind of like emo one.
Oh, the one she was also in the Heretic.
Yeah. She was in Heretic. Yeah, the dark
Wait,
hair,
how
dark hair
recent?
girl.
How recent is this film?
2023.
Oh, Boogeyman. Sophie Thatcher.
Yeah, Sophie Thatcher. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a recent one. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You have to check it out. I mean, I think jump scares are fun because it gets like a quick spike of adrenaline. But
Yeah.
I would way rather have like deep, unsettling suspense.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. I like a good jump scare, but make it a good one. And this movie has good jump scares. They're not cheap. They're not just like every 5 seconds, because that's what a lot of horror films are these days, is just every 5 seconds there's a jump scare and it becomes rote and boring.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think they just did a really good job
Cool.
with it. Yeah, and Sophie Thatcher's in it, and I think she's great.
She's great.
You know, she might actually play a pretty good Vin. I didn't think about it when we were doing
Yeah, I mean,
the fan cast,
Maybe.
but I think your pick is like the best. But I mean, she has a Vin like face. All right, what's your honorable mention?
All right. Let's hear it.
Okay. I forgot what one of my honorable mentions were. So I'm defaulting to my other one. But earlier we were talking about good Batman movies. And it got me thinking of this, and I was like, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since then. So whatever my other honorable mention was, don't remember. Maybe I'll write it in the comments of this video or something. But the animated Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Dude, that's my number one.
No way.
That's my number one movie of all time.
No way, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
As soon as you said Batman, I was like, we watched this recently. I'm like, I wonder if he's going to say it.
Dude, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is by far, in my objective opinion,
Subjectively.
subjectively, the best Batman film ever. Maybe not the best Batman film, but the best Batman story on film. Especially,
It's not technically on film.
whatever, that was shown in a movie theater. That was like meant to be. It's a feature length.
Was it released
film.
in movie theater?
Yes, it
Okay.
was. Yep. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say though.
Yeah,
I've
so
got
Mask of the
so much.
Phantasm, I remember watching it as a kid and being like, Austin, you know, especially in the time that I've known you, I can basically predict the ending of any movie.
God, it's frustrating, dude. Like I show, like, okay, so in TV shows too. So we watched the first episode of a show called Atypical.
Okay.
Okay. And within the first 5 minutes of like meeting like the mom and the dad and he was like, oh, the mom's gonna cheat on the husband, isn't she? I was like, God damn it, that doesn't happen for 5 episodes or something like that. And I was like, how? Yeah, no, he's notorious for knowing everything that's gonna happen.
That's so funny.
But I remember as a kid, the plot twist of Mask of the Phantasm,
Mhm.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it caught me off guard, and like it left an imprint with me. And I remember watching it like as I was older, and I had kind of forgotten, and it was like coming together, and I was like, there's something significant, and I was like, oh yeah, and then it clicked, and I remembered, and I was like, oh yeah, this is so good, and
It
I
is
was in
so
from that moment.
good.
You know,
Okay.
you know what's funny about the plot twist?
Hmm.
So Adam and I watched it the other night.
So not just you and I. So it was for my birthday celebration with our writing group.
Sick invite.
We it was for the writing group. We can do something together too. The I wanted to watch Batman: Mask of the
Right.
Phantasm because nobody in the group had seen it except for me, and it's been one of my favorite films since I was a kid. I watch it at least once a year. In fact, this year
Mhm.
already I've watched it twice, and it's just so good. Okay, I have so much to say, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
So I predicted the twist,
Mm-hmm.
and it was only because I happened to be looking up like cosplays,
Oh,
and I saw the character wearing like the hook,
okay.
and I was like, wait a second, and so then I was like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm predicting this right now.
Dude, I knew that was what was going on because I saw you on your phone, and I was like, he's looking up stuff. He's gonna have it spoiled.
I didn't mean to spoil it for myself, but I did, and so it's like, I'm gonna predict this out loud, and then yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Well, damn, I wish I had remembered my other honorable mention because I feel like I sniped.
No,
that
no,
from
no, no,
you.
no. It's totally fine. I mean, like, it's a great segue. I can just do my number one really quick, and
Yeah.
then
I
we'll
mean,
just
yeah, we'll just go in reverse order.
yeah.
Um,
So, yeah, Batman: Mask of the Phantasm is my number one favorite film of all time. I watch it so much, and I mean, like, I watched it as a kid, and as a kid, you don't really get like the nuances. You're just like, oh, it's Batman and the Joker's in it, and it's cool. It's really fun, and the Phantasm is such an underrated villain,
right.
and he was created for that universe. So for those of you who haven't seen it, you might be familiar with Batman the animated series. It's part of that universe. If you grew up, in the '90s, you know what this series is, and it's phenomenal. Everybody should be watching this series. It redefined animation, especially American animation as it is. Bruce Timm and his team of animators were really phenomenal. They had like Danny Elfman do the opening score for the TV show. Okay, I need to focus more on the movie, but I could geek out about the DCAU, the
Yeah.
DC animated universe for like hours, but the movie is so good. The fact that it's only an hour and 15 minutes and they are able to tell an entire emotional story in that frame is amazing. The symbolism within it.
Not to mention that it was probably the most humanizing Bruce Wayne I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
I almost said Bruce Banner. I was like, yeah,
No, yeah.
it's the most humanized I've seen Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
like depicted, which I thought was really phenomenal.
Yeah. It really does a good job of that. And that was actually the next point I was going to make. So that's perfect. No other Batman film humanizes Bruce Wayne in this way or humanizes Batman in this way. There's a video essay kind of thing about Batman Mask of the Phantasm. It's on YouTube. It's Patrick H. Willems. And he does a really good job of breaking down why this film is so amazing.
We can link that.
In words that I can't ever explain, but I showed that to my dad a few weeks ago because he's also a big fan of the film.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I've never heard like this explained this way. It's
Dang.
so good. And the way he does it is really funny too. He like supposedly downs a whole bottle of whiskey while he's talking about this passionate breakdown of the movie to his parents. And it's like, so funny.
It's kind of fun.
But yeah, just a phenomenal movie. If you have not seen it, it's amazing. Mark Hamill as the Joker, Kevin Conroy as Batman. And as much as I love Batman the Animated Series, no one does Joker better than Mark Hamill, but especially in this movie. And he's not even in it until like halfway through the movie. And he's not even the main villain, but I've watched Batman the Animated Series recently, and nothing compares to Mark's performance of the Joker than in this movie compared to like the show. Now, going into the Arkham games a little bit.
I was gonna say
Going into the Arkham games a little bit, arguably he does a far better job in those. but like his.
But also, they were years and years apart.
years and years apart. But even still, like the laughs, and the lines that Mark Hamill has for the Joker in Batman: Mask of the Phantasm are unmatched, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I wanted to like The Killing Joke more than I did.
Well, it's because Bruce Timm messed it up by adding a stupid subplot.
Yeah, but Mark Hamill, because I liked the comic of The Killing Joke.
Yeah, fantastic comic. Have you read that?
Nope.
I have an extra copy. I'll give it to you.
All right.
But I remember I read The Killing Joke. I liked it. It's really dark. It's really sad. And
yeah, it is.
Then I remember when I was reading it, I could hear Mark Hamill's performance of it.
Well, anytime I read a Batman comic, it's Kevin Conroy's Batman, and Joker's in it. It's Mark Hamill.
Did you see the comic strip when Kevin Conroy passed away?
I don't think I saw the comic strip. No.
Hey, Trevor, you dropped something.
Yeah, I noticed. When Kevin Conroy passed away, they released a short, I think it's like 1-page comic strip. And Batman shows up to meet with Commissioner Gordon, and Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
He's like, you've been kind of quiet lately, quieter than normal, I mean. And then Batman gets out a piece of paper and hands it to him, and it says, "I'm sorry, Jim. I'll be in contact later. I lost my voice." And he says, "I'm sorry for your loss." And he goes, "I am too," as he swings away.
I did see that.
And then in the bat signal, instead of showing the bat sign, it showed a cartoon rendering of
Kevin Conroy. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh man, it's like making me emotional. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
I got chills.
Kevin Conroy is will always be my Batman. He's so good.
Yeah.
Dang.
And honestly too, as far as actors go that have portrayed Batman, no one has understood the character better.
And a deceptive voice to body,
oh yeah.
Like you look at him, that voice comes out of that person.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, especially when
he's so skinny and
right. Well, when Batman / Bruce Wayne showed up on screen when we were watching it the other day, almost everybody was like, that jaw, because of the way that he's animated with that big jaw. I mean, it's the same thing with Superman in that universe, but yeah. Oh man, so good.
It really is.
The only jaw that's more impressive is the Crimson Chin. From Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah. All right. Did you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Number one.
My number one film on this list is Warrior.
Oh, I was wondering if that would be on the list.
Yeah, you and I watched it together. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, so good. And actually, that film is a lot of inspiration for a book that I've been working on for a while about estranged brothers.
Yeah.
Is that the pirate one?
Yeah. Well, not the film. The book I'm working on is a pirate one, but this film is these two brothers enter an MMA competition, and they have shared trauma from.
They're not even in contact.
They're not even in contact. They're like half brothers too.
Well, that's what estranged means.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think. Did you say estranged?
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
idiot.
So they're not in contact.
Well,
they have shared trauma from an abusive father. I think he's more. I think he's more
an
like
alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic. He's more emotionally abusive than anything, and so
abuse is abuse.
Abuse is abuse, right? And so, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but basically, the first time they see each other in years is in this worldwide MMA competition.
Tommy's a former Marine, also dealing with trauma of that as well.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then the brother, who I can't remember his name, but he's a school teacher. He has a wife and kids, just very huh?
You're a school teacher.
Oh, I'm a school teacher.
You have a wife and kids.
That's me. I am him. I am him.
Except for you have all sisters.
That's true. I could, never mind.
Hey, I'm your brother. I was a Marine.
That's true.
Let's go beat each other up.
Tom Hardy plays one brother. The other guy is played by Uncle Owen, who's from Star Wars, whose name I don't remember.
Oh, that's the act. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's Uncle,
I did not
Owen.
put that together when I watched it. That's hilarious.
It's so good, and I think there's the subtext in this film is really good. Just the emotional trauma that these characters have to overcome is really, really good.
I actually agree,
really,
and I
really
think
good.
that the subtext, the way that they play that off, is really well done as well, because I feel like sometimes one of the strongest factors that plays into like audience connection is dramatic irony of like we know something that the characters don't, and sometimes that's like we know this could be solved if they would just talk a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't want to. They don't want to talk about this. They don't want to deal with like these things, and so like there's a level of like subtext that's happening because not just because this is like dramatic irony, it happens to be that, but because it's like this is just these characters and it plays into that so well.
Mm-hmm.
And I get chills, like I can feel them coming. I get chills every time I think about that last fight when he's just like, please, Tommy, please, please.
Don't spoil it.
Like
I know what you're saying though. It is good, and I think in an age where like TV shows and film, they're shying away from subtext. They're holding the viewer's hands way too much, and part of
Because
that,
everybody's on their damn phones.
and part of that has to do with like the age of like instant information, always on your phone, like doom scrolling. Like they can't rely on the viewer to be paying full attention, and so they just like tell you everything, right? But this film doesn't do that. It's a little bit before this like doom scrolling pandemic, right?
it was a theatrical release as well.
Yeah,
Like it was way
it's
before we did streaming and
phenomenal.
stuff. Not that streaming didn't exist, but like it wasn't what it is today. And so
Right.
you went to a movie theater, you shut off your phone, and you were there. You were present.
Exactly.
You were watching the story, experiencing it, and you were invested. You were a part of it. It didn't have to be force fed to you because you were there. And if you missed something, you missed something. The director trusted you to fill in the gaps, and if you missed it, then that's your problem.
Right.
He didn't baby it, and I feel like, yeah, it's hard to find that in today.
I want to say this movie came out around the same time as the third Dark Knight. I don't know for sure.
It was
all I-
like 2009 or 2010.
All I know is that Tom Hardy was like freaking jacked in this
Yeah.
film, and I wonder if he was like prepping for Bane.
Well, Dark Knight Rises didn't come out till 2012.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
The Dark Knight
Oh well,
was 2008.
this is 2011.
Oh yeah, there
So
you go.
yeah, so like it lines up. He was probably like jacking up to play Bane.
Probably.
Or maybe he would just recently filmed it or something. But like it's around that same time period, and he was looking huge.
Yeah.
No, and not to mention, I love a film about a school teacher who comes out of retirement from like another hobby or thing and like freaking kills it. I mean, Project Hail Mary. Like,
Have you seen Here Comes the Boom?
Here Comes the Boom. Yeah. So Here Comes the Boom. He is a school teacher and goes back into MMA and totally proves everyone wrong. Same thing here. Same thing in Project Hail Mary, where it's like, oh, you're a school teacher. Like you're not this like amazing scientist
Because
anymore. It's like, well, yeah, well, let me
Those
show
who
you.
can't do teach.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I'm a teacher, and that's a mentality that a lot of people say. It's like those who can't do teach. Those who can't teach gym. Sorry for the gym teachers, like, but like it's even worse for them. But that's like such a terrible mentality because like that's not why I became a teacher. Not because I'm incompetent, but because like I feel passionate about like.
That's why I'm
helping
thinking of becoming a
this
teacher,
generation,
because I
yeah.
just am not successful, and
Yeah.
I suck, so I'm just like, might
Come
as
on.
well.
No, but that's why I love these types of stories, is because it pushes back against that mentality that like that teachers are incapable of achieving their dreams.
It's like a double underdog story.
Uh-huh.
It's like they're already an underdog, and now let's make them a teacher.
Exactly.
And yeah, I don't know. I agree. I think there's something deeply empowering about a teacher doing something, but it also like it's from like a leadership perspective, like the example that sets for kids. Like this is someone who the kids spend so much time with.
Yes.
And dare I say, consider a mentor.
Right.
And to watch them go and achieve something like that.
The Rookie, the baseball movie.
The Rookie.
The Rookie's a good one too. Like,
Yeah.
that one's so good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know.
that was my number one. Trevor,
All right.
last but least.
My number one pick is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh, that's a good one.
I should have seen that coming.
The first time I saw it, didn't like it. I remember seeing the trailers for it and everything, and I remember thinking, that looks fun. That looks really good. And then I saw it and I was like, that was quirky, weird. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was really poorly marketed. I was expecting something very different. And so then I was like, yeah, I didn't like it. So I didn't like it. And then like years later, someone from the Bucket List family, Garrett, who's like the dad, he mentioned it being his favorite film. And I was like, really? How?
That makes sense. That makes sense that would be their favorite, like his favorite film.
And so I was like, how? And I was like, maybe I need to rewatch it because he like posted a story about it, and then he was like talking about and I was like, did we watch the same movie? And so I was like, maybe I should revisit it. And then I revisited it, and I was like, okay, actually that was really good. And then I rewatched it again like immediately after, and I was like, actually, I think that's one of my favorite movies I've ever seen.
That's surprising for you, Trevor, because typically how it goes is you watch a film, you're like, that was good. And then you watch it again, and you're like, that sucked. Like, it usually goes the opposite direction for you.
But Secret Life of Walter Mitty is another one of those ones. I can turn it on anytime and feel inspired.
Yeah.
And
it's visually stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
It is
So
really good.
It's part of why I want to go to Iceland.
Yeah. That movie is actually why I subscribed to Time magazine.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Because I was like, that's really cool. And I was like, man, magazines are sort of becoming like records. Like, no one has like physical magazines anymore. I was like, that'd be cool to have like recent Time magazines in my home.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that movie lies to you. They're not going out of print and going to digital only. That movie lied.
Well, there might have been a risk for it happening at the time.
It's also fiction.
True.
But I also I love the aspect of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty being about a guy who lives out these fantasies in his head. He like daydreams. It's very like he like starts kind of seeing this world, you know, and he's playing it out. He zones out a lot. And when like it's the because it was, I think, based off of like a short story about a guy who does that, and it's like in one of them he's like a spy fighting Nazis, and but there's like a whole bunch of different things that happen. But as he starts going through this adventure of actually going out and chasing this photographer, the more he's out living his life, the less he's in daydreaming La La Land
and becomes the person he wants
to be. And I don't know, there's something deeply inspiring about like if you have these like fantasies, that says something about what lives inside you, and it's like you can go out and you can achieve whatever it is that your mind is conjuring. Like obviously some of his like he has like there's a scene where it's like a Benjamin Button moment where he's like aged backwards and he's like a weird old doll looking man thing. So obviously like he's like they're kind of like quirky and whatnot, but the premise is really inspiring of that, like,
and it sort of is. I mean, he's not a school teacher, but it sort of is a similar theme where it's like, even if you feel like you're stuck in this job you don't like, or like maybe other people think you're not capable or achieving your potential, you can go out and prove them wrong.
And the cinematic storytelling as well is phenomenal. Like the way that they incorporated text on screen anytime there was text on screen, I felt like was revolutionary. I loved it. There's a moment that's like a top down shot and where he's like standing at this fountain, and the transition they did was from a film strip, and then when you look at it, like it's like the fountain looks like a film strip and it like lines up. So the way that they like incorporated a lot of that stuff was just phenomenal. Like there's like little things that are planted, and I just feel like it was all so well executed, and like it all feels organic. It feels good. It doesn't feel, even though like the daydream stuff kind of comes out of nowhere, it doesn't feel like anything that's in the world shouldn't be in the world.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
that's a
really
great film.
Yeah.
Love it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So what are we going to record for our video for Book Daddies?
Yeah, let's get started. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was a fun time. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. Please like, please subscribe, please drop a comment down below. We want to keep doing these videos. We want to do more giveaways. So if you help us get to our milestones for followers and subscribers, we can do more giveaways for you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to add.
Awesome.
Yeah, this was fun.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Trevor, you didn't really come in all the way.
Yeah, I
Just-
don't want to touch you.
Like, oh, true. Trevor's sick.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was like offended. I was like, Trevor, why didn't you come in on our fist bump?